Okay, we're at this fourth and final crossing here that I brought him with Callahan to. All these approaches were all the same approaches that I had him do with Callahan. And each one, Callahan was ready to cross the creek, but Blanco was very resistant. And I found out from the owner that that was pretty typical. They tried to do that with him in the past, try to pony him across by doing the rope around the horn of the leading horse, and that just did not work at all. I don't think he ever really went in. And then the vaqueros were actually able, I think, from the story, to get him in eventually, but they were using a lot of spur. There he is right there, tied to this tree. So this approach is a little bit different. There's a little path. It's up high, and then it drops down in, and then he walks. It's narrow, and then okay, then down and through here. Here's a little beach, and this is where all the mosquitoes started. The sun was going down, and Greg with Sultrus came flying through, and she came from this direction. So this is pretty deeper, it's much deeper, and I'm not going to try and go across with my, it probably goes up to a little bit, I'd say halfway up towards my calf. That's how deep it is. So what I'm going to try to do, he's standing right there. Today, what I'm going to try to do with him here is to get him to walk. I'm going to be on his left side, and I'm going to get him to try to walk into the water ahead of me from about where he's standing, but at an angle. So kind of what I was trying to do at the first crossing before I turned the camera on. Not this prior one, but the first one from last week. And get him on a different angle where he can get his front feet wet and get that feeling. So that's what we're going to work on here. And then we'll see if he'll go in ahead of me. I think that's about it. Just to let everybody know, too, that this video, because of the way this camera is, it's an older video camera. I can't do any editing on the camera, or else the computer won't pick it up. So at home, so everything's raw. This is the closest. This is the closest that I've tied him to the trail. Otherwise, all the other times I've tied him away from the trail and then walked him to the water, kind of mimicking how he would do if he was under saddle. So right now this is the best tree I wanted to tie him to anyway. And so everything is raw, and everything's his first exposure. Nothing's I know sometimes these horse videos can be kind of tricky, and people do a lot of work with horses before the camera turns on, and I have not done that at all in any of this. This is all raw, first time exposures, and you get to see it for the first time. So he's doing really well, and we're going to just keep on moving this way. And hopefully next weekend I'll ride him bareback and put the new bridle in and see how he does with his with my leg cues and my seat and my hands in directing him forward. Okay, so I'll set the camera here, and I hear some thunder boomers starting, so hopefully we can get this done before the rain starts. And let me set this here a little bit, sorry. Right here. Alright, let's see. So we've got, before the end of this disc, I have about 14 minutes. Okay, so. gonna just do one more approach. And as you can see, I put a little bit more pressure on him. I want to see how much pressure he'll take before he bulks and backs out. That's another thing, because it'll be a feel thing that develops when I have him, when I'm on his back, when to give him a release for moving forward. And then I'm teaching him that as we go along here, that he'll look for these cues, and he'll look for his release. Okay, one more approach and I think we're done. The mosquitoes are very bad down here. Okay, another awesome moment there. He went in, he went halfway across that creek on his own with him forward. He was leading me. So definitely he's ready for me to get up on his back and change his bridle and start going from there. Thanks for watching.